guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on our YouTube account. We are on 41-8, making a lot of progression into chapter 41. And today we are doing our second video for our King's Tower, which is the brutal Citadel. Now this tower particularly is the most difficult. You can see there are a lot of players stuck within these stages. Once you start getting to the floor 450, you need two teams. This is probably by far my weakest faction. I am the furthest down in the ladder when it comes to the Mauler faction. And even looking here, guys, I really need to build up Entendre. I need to do some engraving in there. There's only two real heroes that dominate this tower, guys. One being Kren, two being Entendre, two very, very strong Maulers. So we're going to try to do a little bit of progression in here. B&B doing absolutely amazing in here, guys. Cetrena, I do not have built. You can see Titus in here, guys, doing an incredible amount of damage. We also do have Scarath in there. It looks like that Scrag got absolutely destroyed right here, but 1.15 billion there, which is, again, absolutely incredible with Kren. And remember, guys, Sophia is giving him a boost in here, which I like as well. So again, we're going to go through here kind of floor by floor, see where we can get. This is another tower that it is super dependent on levels, guys. So we have been pushing these towers, and we've been pushing these towers every day to get loot that's out of here. But in addition, to also pick up the Stargazer cards. The Stargazer cards are really what we're looking for. This floor, I haven't been able to finish in an incredible amount of time. I know we have Brutus up there, we have Kren. One of the big things in here is, remember, with the bombs that that Vert puts down on the enemy side. Now we know that this formation particularly has worked. That is the reason why we're using this formation. It does take a little bit of RNG. We've seen it before that it has been a very, very heavy RNG aspect when it comes to some of these campaign stages. And we just need Kren to live to actually make this go as planned or make this very effective. And he's getting burned out pretty quick right in the middle, which is kind of tough. Make sure that everyone has their artifacts in here, guys. A lot of times we do realize that when you're doing the formations or when you're doing the auto battler, it's not importing some of the artifacts. So we've actually seen a lot of heroes that are missing all of their artifacts. Now within here, it seems like Kren is going to be the crutch for not having to the plus 60 engraving. Now Kren, of course, with that plus 60 engraving gives him a massive damage mitigation factor, which would increase the survivability in here. Same with Entendre. We can see Entendre is just getting absolutely burnt down in the beginning of this. And let's see where their formation was actually at with B&B. B&B for the second one, see, Entendre was built up a little bit. Kren was where we have him. I have him at, I believe, the plus 44. With the engraving, we do have him the plus 30 signature item. We have the 9 of 9 furniture. Entendre, the same. We have plus 30. We have 9 of 9. So again, it seems like we are very close to the formation that we have here. It is just going to be the RNG factor. Even here, we have Sophia built up quite a bit more. We do have Brutus kind of on par. So again, it seems like the only thing we're missing right now is Entendre's engraving. And I am working on it right now, guys. We are 21 of 80 for this. It does add some more damage on there, which again, the damage is not dealing with any of the survivability other than having the tier 3 gear. So I've actually gotten to the point where the gear is super hard to get. The guild coins I'm using every single time. Again, trying to make progression in these towers has been incredibly difficult. Another one that I'm kind of wondering in here is Nemitsu does well. I'm pretty impressed with Nemitsu's support. You'll notice in some of the formations, though, is we do not see Alero. I know he's relatively new, but a lot of players have not built Alero to really push through these towers. And it's incredible, guys. Kren just gets destroyed every single time. But again, we know that it works. We know this is what works. The other big thing that I feel that we're kind of missing in here is the levels. So when it comes to AFK Arena, guys, when it's in the tower, when it's in the campaign, levels are two of the biggest things within AFK Arena because they do extend power to the entire hero lineup. So everyone that you have, every hero that you have is going to get a big boost when you're starting to gain levels. Right now we're at 548. We've been pushing, I believe we've pushed almost 30 levels since we've been power leveling. 30 levels have went incredibly fast for the power leveling aspect. Again, here looking at B&D, 548, which is right where we are. We're at 548. So, I mean, it's literally right on par to where we are. I'm not sure, again, if it's going to take some RNG aspect or Kren getting the opportunity to ult. Sometimes we've actually ran him. I wonder if he has taking this off to allow him to ult. We've actually ran him with the call a couple times. Artifacts in here, guys, also do have a really, really big impact. Remember, the artifact will add haste. It'll add a little bit more of the haste and the energy regeneration for him. I'm trying to get him to ult. I feel like if we can get him to ult, we could lock down a couple targets and really make it worthwhile. Now, even with Entendre going on the enemy side, with Screg going on the enemy side, same with Brutus, guys, they're picking up the damage mitigation, they're picking up the attack rating, and they're also picking up the energy regeneration with that 9 of 9 furniture that Screg possesses, making it a lot more viable with this formation. And I'm honestly pretty shocked how difficult the towers are at this level. Even looking at this formation again, having Sophia built out a little bit more, there's Kren's ult. That's what we're kind of waiting for. We're going to have to get to the point where the RNG allows him to ult to get a couple stages. This is the tower, like I had said earlier, that I have been stuck at an incredible amount of time. Not only with B&B's formation, I've went through a lot of different formations in here. And I know he has Titus built out a lot. Even there, Kren went down pretty early on that one. But ultimately, guys, it does take RNG. It is going to take the RNG effort to get through here. Again, to try to pick up some of those Stargazer cards. Every 10 floors, we get 5 Stargazer cards. When you look at the sheer cost of the Stargazer cards alone, that is incredible. It is absolutely incredible when you're pushing through here. But in the turn or looking at kind of the trade-off is I could let this auto battle all night, which I have before. That is one reason why I absolutely love the auto battler, is the towers. The towers, again, are an incredible time sink. But in here, I've let it run all night. Come back, nothing. Not even a floor, which is kind of crappy for the Maulers. But again, we're going to have to let this go. Again, some of the biggest players within the Maulers, a lot of players, I know Trisha has said, Thisu, that Thisu does incredibly well within here. I do not have Thisu built at this time. Another one was Ty Lee. Ty Lee does need that immunity with that 9 of 9 furniture. I do not have Ty Lee built either, resulting in the top Maulers we've used, almost all of the top Maulers within these formations, we have already used, which is unfortunate, but that's what we got. Because then when you look at the available guys, look at 3 million. They're on level 653. Even looking down here, guys, there's a really good battle rate here, which look is Drez. Drez soloed almost the entire team. And looking here, guys, Kren and Entendre doing phenomenal. Absolutely destroying it, guys, with that plus 60 engraving. I feel like I'm really, really just lacking on the Maulers. So I'm hoping that we can build up Kren a little bit more, hoping we can build up Entendre a little bit more to make this tower viable. Only other way that I'm going to do this is levels. It is literally going to be pushing levels after levels after levels after levels to over level exactly the deficiencies that I'm finding within the heroes that I built, resulting in kind of the progression. Sorry guys, so unfortunately on this tower, we're gonna let this auto battle for a while. We know this formation will work. Don't know how much of an RNG factor it's going to take, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know which tower you are really, really struggling with. And as always, thank you guys for watching.